Gun control advocates are gathering for a march and rally in Palo Alto this evening. It's one of several demonstrations in the Bay Area today and across the country. The same thing is happening as supporters of the president are rallying behind his call for stricter regulations on guns. ABC 7 News political reporter Mark Matthews is live in Palo Alto tonight with the latest on this issue. Mark?
We're expecting the rally to be here at Litton Plaza in Palo Alto. It's being organized by Organize for America, which is Barack Obama's grassroots organization. They have not arrived at the plaza as yet. Earlier today, the president calling on voters to challenge their elected representatives. Standing with the families of Newtown, Connecticut victims, the president said his gun control agenda does have wide support with voters, just not with Congress.
I ask every American to find out where your member of Congress stands on these ideas. If they're not part of that 90% who agree that we should make it harder for a criminal or somebody with a severe mental illness to buy a gun, then you should ask them, why not? Why are you part of the 10%?
The president wants an assault weapons ban, a ban on high-capacity ammunition clips, and a universal background check on all gun sales. But of those three, only the background checks have enough support to pass the Senate. And the NRA is pushing back on that.
It slows down the law-abiding and does nothing to anybody else.
House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi was in the House 20 years ago when the first assault weapons ban was passed. She says some lawmakers paid a heavy price.
Members who voted for it gave up their careers. They knew if they voted for it, they would lose the election. They thought it was worth it if it saved lives. And saved lives, it did.
But 10 years later, Congress let the gun ban expire, and at least right now it doesn't appear to have the support in Congress to bring it back. Hence, the president's plea.
Right now, members of Congress are back home in their districts, and many of them are holding events where they can hear from their constituents. So I want everybody who's listening to make yourself heard right now.
Polls show that there is widespread support for gun control. A majority even support another assault weapons ban. But look at the size of the crowd that gathered at a rally outside of Senator Feinstein's San Francisco office this morning. It was a couple of dozen people at most. Caitlin King was one of them.
The idea of my daughter going to school and having to hide in a bathroom or hide under a desk because there's a crazy person with a gun, I can't take it anymore.
This morning, Nancy Pelosi told me public sentiment is everything. The president said there is no greater force than millions of Americans calling for change. Tonight, the Democratic leadership in Congress and the president are hoping that those voices will rise. In Palo Alto, Mark Matthews, ABC 7 News.